back to LMNOP News. I'm Megan.
And I'm Samantha. Today we are bringing you a special report on the 50th anniversary of the
Happiest place on earth.
Tonight we are going to be taking you back to 1955, where the creation of the idea Disneyland began and how Disney became the success that he is today.
50 years ago today, on July 17th, 1955, Walt Disney's dream came true.
Disneyland opened its gates to over 28,000 people who experienced the thrill of over 15 brand new attractions.
But, as we all know, this was only the beginning for Disney. Before the fame, he started out as a cartoonist who was most well known for the character Mickey Mouse.
Walt Disney thought of this grand idea while sitting on a bench while watching his two daughters ride a carousel in a local amusement park.
There, a thought came to him. There should be a place where both children and adults could go and both have fun in this clean, safe, and family-oriented environment.
He also envisioned a park where his original cartoon characters could come to life and interact with all the visitors.
His unique idea of a family-friendly, cartoon-themed amusement park was unheard of at the time.
For this reason, many sponsors would hesitate to give him loans to help finance his extremely costly dream.
But this didn't stop Disney. Him and his brother mortgaged off everything they owned to try and raise the $17 million that they needed.
Still, they came up short. Luckily, ABC TV stepped in and offered a $6 million loan in exchange for a partnership.
Thus, the TV show Disneyland was born.
This show gave previews of the different themed areas in the up-and-coming park.
From one of the world's most gifted motion picture creators comes Disneyland, whose wondrous portals open to Adventureland, Tomorrowland, Frontierland, and Fantasyland. Fantasyland, where even elephants can fly, and little boys understand the simple language of the animals they love. Tomorrowland, taking you on miraculous trips to outer space, far beyond the orbits mankind has reached today. Adventureland, bringing you exciting stories of man's exploits and of the animals Walt Disney loves so well. Frontierland, where men of the mountains and men of the plains tame America's flaming frontier. Disneyland, its wonder, fantasy, and adventure. See it every week on ABC.
With the money earned, Disney bought 160 acres in Anaheim, California, which was an ideal urban location.
Construction began on July 21st, 1954. From that day forward, Walt Disney's life will never be the same.
Exactly 12 months later, Disneyland opened to the world.
Sadly, opening day was almost considered a failure.
This day, also known as Black Sunday, had many serious issues.
Many people created fake tickets, as the opening day was exclusively invite-only. This resulted in overcrowding and many unsatisfied people.
The plumbers even went on a strike, which caused non-working water fountains and overflowing toilets that could not be fixed.
The freshly paved roads melted in the excruciating heat, and many women wearing high heels lost their shoes. They got stuck in the melted pavement and couldn't pull them out.
Worst of all, most of the rides were breaking down, causing more overcrowding and lines. Fantasyland even had to be closed due to a serious gas leak.
Lots of visitors not only complained about these things, but also complained about the unfriendliness of the harshly treated employees on duty. The workers are being treated horribly and therefore were rude to the customers.
If it wasn't bad enough that these problems had occurred, it was being broadcasted on national television.
Walt's dream was now becoming a nightmare.
But obviously, Disney learned from these mistakes and soon gained stability.
Within the first 6 months of operation, Disneyland welcomed over 1 million people.
Today, Disneyland has had over 16.5 million visitors, making it the second most visited park in the whole world.
It has gotten so popular that there are now 2 major amusement parks named after Disney on both sides of the U.S.
That's right. There's the original Disneyland, located in California, and there's the new Disney World, which is in Florida.
Now people from both sides of the continent can enjoy the excitement of Disney parks.
So, as you can see, many things have changed from opening day.
And now we'd like to welcome our special guest, John Fisher, who was actually there opening day of Disneyland in 1955. Hello, John Fisher. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I understand that you were actually at Disneyland on opening day.
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Was it truly a nightmare like everyone says it was?
Well, I was only about 6 or 7 at the time, but I do remember that it was very crowded. It was just a chaotic mess. My parents were so frustrated with all the long lines and all the waiting we had to do. So many of the rides were broken down that not a lot of them were running.
Wow. Do you remember how many rides were actually there?
Yes, there are about 18 rides, a lot less than there are today, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's about 58 current attractions today. How does park today compare to the park then?
Oh my, it really has come a long way, hasn't it? I can't believe it's the same park from 50 years ago. I actually just recently went there with my family, and it's just so fun and clean for the entire crew. I'm so glad they've kept it and restored many of the original rides, like the Jungle Cruise and the Mad Hatter Teacups. That one was my favorite.
Now that is very interesting, John Fisher. Thank you so much for coming and talking with us today.
It was great to have you on LMNOP News.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me.
Wow, wasn't that a fascinating interview?
That it was. Not everyone can say that they've been to Disneyland on opening day.
Ah, that's very true, Samantha. I don't know about you, but now I really want to go check it out.
I know, I can't believe how far it's come. It truly is a magical place.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us in our special 50-year anniversary report.
Tune in tomorrow for America's most current news.
Good night, everyone.